Well, guys, the New York Knicks picked up a 122 to 112 victory over the Denver Nuggets tonight. 32 and 16, 17 and 8 at home. The Knicks, without question to me, are playing their best ball of the season. That's now what, 5 wins in a row. You love to see it. Saturday against the Lakers at MSG. It's going to give a couple of days of rest. Thursday, Friday, 2 days rest. I mean, it's just perfect, man. The Knicks, it almost seemed like they were going to find a way to lose this game. They got off to a great start. Jokic had two quick fouls. He didn't come in until what was it, like the 7-8 minute mark in the second quarter. So all of a sudden the Knicks are up big. Jokic on the bench. I'm thinking this is going to be a blowout. But the Nuggets bench just hung in there. Jamal Murray got hot. Russ played well. And it was just a fun game. But really what it came down to was, again, just the Knicks, the difference between them now and just months ago, a month and a half ago, they're just finding ways to win no matter what the cost is. We saw Jalen Brunson have 30 points and 15 assists. Oh my goodness, in 36 minutes, 10 of 16 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3, 7 of 7 from the free throw line. Brunson was on one tonight. OG continues to play exceptionally well, 23 points, 9 of 15 from the field, 5 of 7 from 3. OG went through a very rough stretch, but he's definitely back. You can just see the confidence he has when shooting. He's also attacking the basket, and he's just getting after it defensively. We saw last game he had 6 steals. I thought he played another good defensive game. Mikal Bridges did not shoot well, at least from the field. He was 5 of 16. 3 of 7 from three, though. Karl Anthony Towns had another double double, 14 and 10. He's got the second most in the NBA. Josh Hart had 15 points, 7 of 12 from the field, 5 assists, 5 boards, 3 steals. Good overall game from Hart. And the bench, once again, was good. 12 points for Miles McBride. I thought he played one of his better games of the season. Cameron Payne had 7 points in 12 minutes. Precious had 8 points in 26 minutes. Shamit played 5 minutes, did not score. I mean, really, only 3 guys played off of the bench, which, I mean, is kind of expected. That's what we know to this point. But Mitchell Robinson is going to be back anywhere from early February to mid-February, so that's going to add another key depth piece. We've also seen the Knicks trying to trade for Jonas Valanciunas, Walker Kessler, and now Chris Boucher. So just adding in depth, I think, is going to be huge. But the starting five is playing so well. OG played 39 minutes, but no other starter played over that. So Tibbs, I mean, he's getting minutes off of the bench, even though it's basically 3 guys off of the bench. I mean, 22, 26, 12 minutes. I mean, you'll take that, man, considering where the Knicks are at. You can see Tibbs is starting to get more comfortable with his bench, and it's better than nothing, too. It's only going to get better. I'm excited. But from the field, the Knicks shot 41.2% from three, 51.6% from the field. They did miss 6 free throws, which was sort of the one kind of thing that annoyed me, but only, what was it, 5 turnovers in this game. That's very, very elite. The Nuggets, you look at them, they had 15 turnovers. So when you have a disparity of 15 to 5, I mean, it's easy to see why the Knicks won. One thing that was kind of crazy, though, was that Russell Westbrook had 14 rebounds. He had 14 points, 14 boards. I mean, Russ was just getting after on the glass. He reminds me a lot of Josh Hart, man. I mean, these guys just, with their size, just going after the ball. They're always at the basket. They're always just around the ball. Jokic, as I expected, the Knicks kept him in check. He had 17 points, 6 assists, and 6 boards. I mean, the Knicks just, the thing that they did that was impressive was they attacked him defensively. So the Knicks went at Jokic basically every single time. They put him in pick and rolls. That's why Brunson honestly had such a good game. Yes, Jalen Brunson's a superstar, but really, the reason why Brunson had so many assists and so many layups was because Jokic is a terrible defender. And that's something that I always say about Jokic. Now, I will say, I think he's one of the best offensive players ever to play, but he's terrible defensively. And if the Knicks do, for some reason, play the Nuggets in the finals, you love that matchup because they're just going to put him in a pick and roll every single time. They also have Cat that's going to go at him hard, attack Jokic, OG, like everyone just, even McKay, everyone just went right at Jokic. Whoever was on offense on Jokic basically felt like they were going to score every single time. And Jokic got into early foul trouble, and he ended up having to come out of the game. And once he came back, he never really got in a rhythm. Now, Jokic did shoot the 3 ball well. He ended up, it was 3 of 7, and one of the threes he was fading. I don't, the last 3 he took, guys, there was like a minute left in the fourth quarter. I have no idea why he just caught that off of an inbound and faded away with like 14 seconds. Maybe he was just trying to score as quickly as possible, but I don't know. That's kind of weird. But they kept Jokic in check. Jamal Murray had 33 on 13 of 25. I mean, Murray was just from the start of this game knocked down a couple of jumpers early, and he was on. Michael Porter Jr. had 9 points. Aaron Gordon had a good game, 15 points, 6 of 7 from the field. And then Honestly, Christian Braun, I believe is how you pronounce it. 29 minutes, 13 points. I thought he did a good job just coming in early off of the bench for Jokic, but this was just one of those games where it looked like, again, it was going to be a blowout early on, and then all of a sudden it seemed like the Nuggets were going to pull away. They kept getting on a couple of runs, but the fourth quarter, the Knicks said, the hell with that. We're going to find a way to win, and really it comes down to Jalen Brunson. I mean, that's my biggest takeaway from this game. Absolutely, OG was phenomenal with that 23 points and good efficiency, elite efficiency. But Jalen Brunson just refused to let the Knicks lose. Even when it was a close game, it was decided by 2 or 3, or it was tied, or the Knicks were down 2. Brunson just continued to go right at the basket, and he was either scoring or assisting. I'd love to know how many points and assists that Brunson accounted for because it was a lot. And by the way, the Knicks set a franchise record, their most points in a 3-game stretch. I don't know the math at the top of my head on that. I probably should, but I think it's like 408 or something, 406, something like that. I don't know. But that's impressive, man. That's a lot of points. I mean, 143, 143, and then 122. That's crazy. And again, just having that 2-day rest and then Saturday at home against the Lakers. The Lakers, they're having a pretty good season, but I feel like they're kind of struggling of late. And the Knicks will rest it. They should be able to take care of business, but they are going to have to go up against Anthony Davis, and they're going to have to find a way to contain him. And they've got to deal with Reeves and connect a couple of good shooters too. LeBron James obviously still there, but yeah, I'm not really too concerned about the Lakers. It just seems like the Knicks are starting to pick things up, and they're starting to look like a championship team. The Knicks looked like a good team this whole season, but the last 5 or so games, they looked like a great team, and I'm definitely excited to see what happens the rest of the year. But the next 2 games are against high-level opponents, so the Lakers on Saturday, and then the Red Hot Rockets on Monday. I mean, that's going to be awesome. I cannot wait for that one, man. I mean, that's probably I'm not going to say my most anticipated game of the year because that would definitely be the Celtics opening night. But the Rockets, I mean, I'm looking forward to that game too. With just me having moved into Houston and, of course, just where both teams are at being. I don't think we're actually second in the East right now. We are, yeah, we're a game and a half out of the Celtics. The Celtics blew out who they play. I think they played the Bulls, right? They blew the Bulls out. So we are, if that's correct, we're a game and a half out. So we're getting there, man. Honestly, I think the Knicks are going to get up to the 2 seed, which of course would give them home court in the first 2 rounds, and then the third round, assuming the Cavs make it, they'd have home court. But who knows? But also 2 and the 3 seed. I mean, that means that we would play the Celtics in the second round. So not exactly ideal, right? Assuming that the bracket kind of stays the way it is, and we get Cavs Bucks. I mean, but I don't think it would stay. It's probably going to change, but yeah, that's really all I got for you guys. Knicks Daily. Let me know your thoughts on the game. Great win. Again, just I feel like the Knicks earlier in the year would have lost this game, but they just kind of refused to, and that's what makes me feel so good about this team. And a lot of it is the fourth quarter comes and the Knicks aren't gassed. They were gassed previously from an overloaded minutes, and now again the bench is contributing and they've had a rest, so they're able to pull off these wins. So yeah, guys, peace.